Welcome back to the channel on the weekend where Spurs go top of the league, Arsenal finally beat Man City, and Chelsea scored 4 goals. What a crazy set of circumstances that is. Let's get into the weekly roundup. Right, let's get into Brighton, Liverpool then, 2-2, a proper game this one, mate. Really enjoyed it. What did you think of that? Obviously, as a Liverpool fan, mate.
Yeah, not great to be honest, mate. First half, we were absolute pony. Very lucky to go 2-1 up, at half-time 2-1. But yeah, I think we were pretty unlucky for them not to go down to 10 men as well. With the,
are you thinking about the pen?
Well, yeah, the law is.
I like the double jeopardy rule.
No, but the law is if they've attempted to play the ball, it's just a yellow. You didn't even get that, so I don't know what the ref was on.
I do think he attempted to play the ball.
I heard on the radio yesterday, someone was saying a referee, was it? I want to say Howard Webb. No, Dermot O'Leary.
Yeah. Dermot O'Leary? It's not Dermot O'Leary.
Well, what's his name?
Dermot Gallagher.
Dermot Gallagher, sorry. Dermot O'Leary. Is that the X Factor guy?
I think so, yeah.
Dermot O'Leary. Yeah. Dermot Gallagher. You know when you turn the radio on, you hear like the end of a conversation.
Snippet, yeah.
I turned it on and he was like, yeah, so they attempted to play the ball, so it wasn't a red card. And I was like,
Stephen, right, I'm calling.
They were talking about the Liverpool game 100%, and I was like, what is going on? Like, I must have missed something. But yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I don't. Them sort of challenges and stuff. I don't like to see a red card. If you're getting a penalty with the back of it,
yeah, but that's the law. But the thing is, what people's argument is he wasn't. It wasn't because if it's not a clear goal scoring opportunity, it's not a red.
Yeah,
it wasn't a clear goal scoring opportunity because people's going because he was going sideways. I was like, because he wasn't going straight to goal. I was like, sorry, I didn't realise you can only do things forward in football. Like it was honest. Like, literally, he would have just tapped into the keeper committed. The player had pulled him down. If he didn't, he would have just tapped it into an empty net.
Don't get me wrong. He probably should have got yellow, but I don't agree with getting a red for that. I mean,
you can't not agree. It's the rule.
I see what you're saying about the law, there's too many different little factors involved where he was trying to get the ball and he was sort of coming across. Well, he's clearly trying to get the ball. He's not just... His leg comes round, or he's pulling his shirt back, but his leg still comes round to try and make the ball.
But if he pulled his shirt, how is he trying to get the ball? That's the foul, not his leg. That's the foul.
Yeah, but he's trying to wing the ball at the same time.
So you think
how many times do you see someone like pull a shirt but try and get a tackle in at the same time?
He's not trying to get the ball.
Okay, regardless. Regardless.
You can't pull someone's neck.
First 3 goals, mate, all great pressing.
Yeah.
Obviously, Brighton pulled your pants down for the first one. Nice little press. Yeah. I think Alisson just didn't see it happen. And then you, for both goals, obviously winning the penalty from a nice press, and then the one before as well was a good press. I thought it was a little bit of touch of class from Harvey Elliott, letting it go to Salah as well.
And he got hooked at half time, didn't he?
Yeah, but still, I thought it was nice. It looked like Salah appreciated it as well, which is good. Obviously, Gravenberch. I don't know
if it's Gravenberg.
I don't know,
I think it's Gravenberg. I
know
say
what I'm talking about there.
But yeah, it missed that.
Hit the bar.
Yeah.
Absolute sitter, mate. I think he connected better with the microphone instead of the shot.
Yeah, if that goes in, it's game over, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you go 3-1 up and then you sort of kill the game. But
yeah, it's disappointing, really. But Brighton are a good team. I just see Villa putting 6 past them. I'm like, we've got to beat them.
It's such a weird season. I love the thing of like Newcastle bashing Villa 5-1, then Villa bashing Brighton 6-1, and then Brighton smashing
little dominoes.
Newcastle. It's just crazy, mate. So yeah, so many games are so hard to call these days. But yeah, I mean, I thought in the end, like all said and done, it was a fair result in my eyes. I think you both had good chances.
Do you know what I was sitting there thinking? You know, we was going about Brighton with the production line. They've done it again.
Couple more.
That winger beginning with an A.
I had it.
Looks class. He's only about 19.
A dingo
or something. Yeah, something like that. He looks quality. Yeah. And then that midfielder, I think he made a few mistakes. You know, the one they brought from Lille, was it?
I think so.
Begins with a B. Yeah. He made a few mistakes, but you could tell he's class.
They're both young though.
I literally, when they were buying him, you know, when we look for a DM, a few people on Twitter were like, why don't we just like cut out the middleman and go pay 20 mil for him now, like risk it for a biscuit.
Yeah, if I was,
why didn't we? We didn't go. We went and got Endo for 17. It was like 30.
Yeah, crazy, and you don't play him.
Go and take a risk on him.
Like, I mean, what I would be doing if I was a scout, I'd just be following what Brighton do. Yeah, I'd just be like, where are they going, man? I'm gonna have a watch what they're doing. But I mean, like I said, I think it was a fair result. You must be happy. You got to take the point, mate.
I wouldn't say I'm happy with it, but yeah,
but away to Brighton, it's a decent result. Brighton on their day, they're a top team, so fair play. Right, let's move on. Let's get into West Ham, Newcastle then 2-2. Emerson touch absolutely sent Pope for a pancake for the first goal.
Mad,
Sucked him in, mate. Left him in no man's land. On the subject of, I feel like we're discussing red cards every week at the minute. We've got 2 to go over today. What do you think about Guimaraes? two yellow cards, mate. 90 seconds apart.
Yeah,
should have been anyway.
But this has happened every time.
Yeah.
This every single week.
Jota.
No, but every single. Well, yeah, but a lot of the time the refs are bottling it, aren't they? Well, that wasn't though, was it? But yeah, once you get in the first one.
But it's what I said of you about Jota. Why is Gimenez going in for a challenge? There's another one we'll talk about later on. Why are they getting sucked into that?
Yeah.
Just after he'd been booked.
Well, that. Yeah.
Look at Basuma. We're going to go over that as well.
No, I know.
Madness.
But they were both yellows, weren't they?
100%. In today's age, where
the Josh one's different because his first one shouldn't have been. So maybe in his head, I don't know. But yeah, he was lucky boy, wasn't he?
No, that doesn't make sense. If the first one shouldn't have been, why then you would have done what you done with Gimenez and been like, oh, maybe I don't get the second because the first shouldn't have been.
I'm talking about Jota. In his head, he was like,
I see.
He's like,
I'm not going to go.
He's like, I'm not going to go because he's not. Maybe I don't know. Like, but Gimenez, like they're both yellows.
It's stupid.
But it's just who was the ref? I don't know who the ref was.
I can't remember.
But anyway, there seems to be a lot of red card controversy. But yeah,
madness.
But is Isaac popping up with 2 goals in a couple of 2 minutes? Yeah,
Trippier's
could have had the hat trick as well, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Mate,
he could have got the
keeper and hit the post, didn't he?
Yeah. Trippier's ball over for his second, I think it was. Absolute superb, mate. First time.
Yeah, pass out from Bruno to him as well.
I wanted to touch on someone because I've mentioned him before. Tonali, mate. Good going forward, yeah. Lack of desire. You see it for that second goal, Kudus' goal, right near the end. He had an opportunity, 89th minute. He's there. He stood right next to him and he turns his back. Could have put his foot in the way, put his body in the way.
Really? I didn't even
pussied out of it, mate. And he's done it 3 or 4 times this season. I've clocked it and I've mentioned it earlier, like a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
And I've had enough of it, mate. If I was a Newcastle fan, I'd be frothing because he's cost, in my eyes, that's cost the game.
Yeah.
Because all he had to do was literally stick back, go back and watch it, mate. He's right there. All he has to do is put a foot in front of the ball. Instead, he pushes out, turns his back, they score.
Do you know what? That's just reminding me of Robbo bottling it as well. That cost us.
He's a bottle job, mate.
Yeah, a couple of bottle jobs.
But yeah, I think West Ham, much better team this season, obviously, than last.
Yeah, they're looking really good.
They're looking strong. They deserve to be where they are.
Well, we said when they bought those players with the rice money, they've bought well. They've bought well.
Annoyingly, we did our Premier League predictions just before they signed them players. But I mean, both teams can be happy with points. Similar result for obviously the last one. I think they both had their chances.
I was sitting there watching it thinking, why did I not do a draw for this on my predictions? Because
there's a couple of games this week, and when I was watching, I was like, "What was I doing?"
Yeah, literally.
What was I doing, mate? Bournemouth terrible.
Yeah, literally.
Fulham are always going to beat Sheffield. Like some of these results.
Did you do that as a draw?
Yeah, I got sucked. It's because I've done my results last minute, mate.
Yeah.
I'd literally done them 5 minutes before we filmed. Yeah. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's move on to Man United, Brentford. Then 2-1 United.
Lucky.
Brentford haven't looked that great this season, to be fair. And I was like, they're going to get a sneaky win at Old Trafford.
I worry for them.
Mate, what?
What's Onana doing?
Well, I think Onana's shocking. I mean, I don't think even the hardest of hardcore United fans can keep defending him at this point.
So bad.
They're not even good. They're not even like close. Nah. It's like crept under his forearm.
It was straight at him and it's just gone under him.
He's consistently making De Gea's worst mistakes week in, week out. Like you'd have De Gea back in a heartbeat. Mate.
I love him.
And he's not even that good with his feet. People are sucking off that he's like fit, similar to who we're going to talk about later. They're not even that good with their feet. So what's the point in having them? Like, it's different if they're like world class. If they're Emerson,
West Ham fullback. Good with
hang on, who am I trying to think? Edison levels with their feet, but they're not.
Yeah,
and they're not even good keepers. So it's crazy. But Onana, we know he can be a good keeper because we've seen it. But
I think
same with Raya, who we're going to talk about later. But I just don't know, mate. I think the confidence is shot out of them, but. Big Max Sauce coming off the bench, mate.
Yeah, 2 goals.
2 goals in the last.
Talking to keepers, Brentford's sub keeper.
Mate, I was going to say him.
Shambles.
He's shocking.
Yeah,
I watched him through the whole game, and he was spilling everything.
He's not good. Yeah.
The first goal he spilled massively. Should have smothered it up. Spilt it. McTominay, a little cheeky tapping basically, and the last one he's little
flaps it. Yeah, good keeper saves both.
Little bitch slap.
Yeah, awful.
Pushed it into the post, mate. Easy save. But yeah, I mean, Brighton's let themselves down there. But yeah, they're really... I think it's Brentford, sorry. What's that?
I worry for them both.
I think it's 3 losses, 3 draws in the last 6.
I think they both could get sucked into the relegation scrap.
I don't know about that. I think Brentford are going to be... Yeah, Brentford are struggling.
He will be back. Is he back at Christmas or January?
Well, no, I don't think he'll play for him again, mate. He's going to be sold. Chelsea and Arsenal are sniffing.
Yeah, maybe.
They're sniffing. They're halfway up his nose, mate.
Yeah?
He'll be gone.
Yeah.
But Brentford, I am fearing for him a little bit.
He wants Liverpool though, doesn't he?
No, he wants Arsenal, mate.
Did you not see his interview?
How does he?
He's a Liverpool fan. He's literally like.
I thought he was Arsenal.
No, he was like, I'm really Liverpool. He said, I'd like.
He doesn't get into Liverpool's team, does he? Not at the minute. I mean, arguably Liverpool's got the best attacking.
I mean, I love Nunes, but would you not have Tony over Nunes?
Probably, yeah.
Probably would,
but I'd probably have Nunes' speed over Nunes.
Yeah.
I don't think Tony suits your style.
Honestly, I think he does. Going off topic, I think he'd bring out the best of the wingers and they'd get more goals because Tony's more of a target man. He'd bring others into play, but he'd still get goals as well.
Maybe.
But anyway,
we'll see though. I am not convinced of Ten Hag. I've not been convinced in a long time, mate.
So a few Man United fans were on the group like we're back and all this, obviously joking. And I was like, no,
it just papers over the cracks.
No, I said this is actually a good thing because it just gives him more time. It's a bit like when Solskjaer was in it. They'd be having they'd have a great result and then they'd give him like 3-4 weeks and then they'd have a shockers and then they'd win another game. So like if you win in 1 out of 5, that's fine. It's good for all of us.
I mean, I'd be concerned. I feel like United are slowly slipping into where Chelsea were last season, just sort of coming to terms with the fact they're going to struggle this season.
Are they?
But United shouldn't be like that.
Are they any further? Are they any better off than they were when Solskjaer left?
No,
they're behind.
I'm looking at the team, and I think we spoke about it before. I'm not convinced with really any of them.
No, even Rashford. He's having a shocker.
Rashford's having a shocker. I feel like he's fighting Højlund for like credit or whatever. There's something weird going on.
What about Casemiro? He's fallen off a cliff.
Casemiro's legs have gone, mate.
He's gone. And then you've got Ericsson and Mount round him also haven't got legs.
Shocking, mate.
Amrabat hasn't got legs. Why are you buying players with no legs?
No.
I reckon they're just about to stay up.
And I do feel like they're going to be
up to 9th now, don't they?
No, well, they need to do something drastic. I just don't think. I spoke to a few United fans and they're like, "Oh, but we're playing well." And I'm like, "Are you?
Are you?
I don't see it.
No.
I'm watching the games like, God, you're struggling."
Palace, they were shocking.
Jamie was like, "Oh, we played really well against Brentford." I was like, "No, he didn't.
No, we didn't say that.
He did. He said we've been playing really well." He's not watching. But yeah, I feel like Brentford a little bit unlucky, to be fair. But yeah, again, struggling. Both teams struggles, mate.
They were unlucky, but when you have a League Two keeper, you're not gonna.
Yeah, keeper was shocking, mate. Because I've been pretty impressed with Flecken, to be fair. I thought he's been a decent replacement for.
Been okay.
He's not been shocking, but that keeper coming in, mate. First ever appearance in the Premier League as well.
Was it?
It told.
Yeah.
It was telling.
Yeah.
Right, let's get on to the big one then. Right, let's get on to Luton Spurs then. 1-0 Spurs. I mean, it could have been 3 or 4-0 in the first 10 minutes. Absolutely crazy. Didn't take our chances, which was extremely frustrating. Richarlison, 2.
Oh, that one back post.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot was talked about, but I'm not going to talk too much about it, but it was a little tug on his shirt.
Oh, right.
I'll let him slide on that, but his next one, absolute, should have finished it. It was a poor shot, basically, to keep his foot. Porro had a little cheeky one next, and then Kulusevski pulled out a good save. And then Basuma, mate.
Oh, sorry, I'm with you. Right.
Yeah.
I thought you said Kulusevski was in goal.
Basuma, mate, shocking. First of all, he got the yellow card, and I was like, brilliant. So he's out for a game now. And then what was that? Right before half time, took on about 5 players, then dived.
It was so bad as well.
Yellow card, obviously upgraded to a red.
So bad.
So now he's banned for a red card. He's banned for a game, and then when he comes back, he's still on 4 yellow cards. So the next yellow cards, he gets banned after that.
Oh, is that how it works?
That's how it works.
Oh, that's class.
So that's great. So that's good. Good stuff. Cheers, Bazoom. But then obviously put us under the cosh. So Luton had their chances. To be fair, they missed an absolute tap-in for I think it was. Adebayo, I think it was.
Yeah, do you know what people are saying about that? He was proper stretching. I don't think that's as bad as Mr. People making out.
The bad miss is that he's gone with his right foot. If he'd just gone with his left, a little tap, he's tried to do with his right foot. He's shagged.
Morris had a good chance as well.
Morris had a good chance. I mean, good save from Vakari. I think that was the only save he made, to be fair. And then who was there? Is it Doherty? He had an absolute line of sight, mate. Could have buried it in the corner, but smashed it wide. But I thought defensively, especially Van der Ven obviously popping up and getting a goal. Bit of magic from Maddison again.
I was going to say, you're not actually going to start talking defensively against Luton, are you? Come on.
Mate, we're down to 10 men. Shush yourself, mate. Romero and Van der Ven were absolute rock solid, mate.
Against Luton, well done,
absolute
mate.
rock solid. Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Madison was class for the goal.
Yeah, class. Touch class.
No one's giving you any credit for against Luton. No. Sorry, Matt.
I mean, it's a massive 3 points, though, to be fair, because in the grand scheme of things, the way we're going, and now we're top of the league, mate. top of the league.
Well done, mate.
And do you know, did you see the little statistic about
you getting excited, yeah?
teams at 20 points or plus at this time?
Yeah.
I think it's 28 teams, 26 finished in the top 4, 2 didn't, and then it'll be Spursy, and then 11 champions, mate.
Ooh, I was going to say you're going to start talking about champions.
I'm not talking about champions. I'm just saying. I'm just showing you.
Oh, he's just telling you what the
just showing what the statistics were.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, you never know, mate. I'm not going to discredit it.
At least I think it's a 4-horse race this season, and I think all 4 will be there or thereabouts.
I feel like I know it's easy to say that now, but I feel like the top 4 is the top 4 at the end of the season.
Are we in the top 4 still?
Yeah, you're
yeah,
fourth.
it is generally.
I generally
because I don't think because City aren't. And I don't know when De Bruyne is back because Haaland will go on to.
De Bruyne is back just after
Haaland
Christmas.
is not the same without De Bruyne. So
they haven't scored a goal in 4 games. They've lost 3 on the back. Hang on, we'll get to City. We'll get to City.
But yeah, I don't think they're going to be as good as we were just showing. And yeah, I think. I reckon. Would you be surprised if there was 6-7 points between the 4 of those teams? No. If you could keep it up, and if we can get going, and think Arsenal.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, but I'm quite happy about it because everyone that's talking about the title is Arsenal, Liverpool, and City, and we're just flying under the radar. And I'm happy for that now. But I mean, you can't discredit a team that's currently sitting in first, 8 games in, with 20 points, the best ever start we've had.
You can win it, mate.
Since the 61 season when we won the league.
Wow. Wow. I think you win it.
I don't, but you never know, mate. You never know. I mean, we haven't got the strength and depth to support a title challenge. But the thing we have got going for us, no Europe.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And we know how teams do.
I don't think you can call it. I don't think anyone can call it.
No, I can't. I mean, I would have had City, but just seeing how... We'll get on to City.
Yeah.
We'll get on to City.
I think it's there for whoever does it.
Right, let's get on to Burnley, Chelsea then. 4-1 Chelsea, mate.
Relegation 6-pointer, fair play.
I mean, Chelsea are cooking, mate. Clearly just needed to stop finding the back of the net.
Yeah.
Who knew goals win games?
Who have they beat? Burnley and Fulham? Last 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you got to beat the teams around you, haven't you?
I mean, to be fair, Burnley are shocking at home at the minute. They seem to be playing better away.
Shock in general. They're on a mess.
The problem is, do you remember when Leeds were doing it and when Wolves first come up, they were trying to still play that same football that they were playing in the Championship. And you can't knock that around with the big boys.
I thought they were going to be good. I thought they were so much better. They smashed the Championship. Didn't they beat the record?
I think so.
They smashed the Championship last season.
They did.
Yeah, they.
I think that's why we got sucked in probably to thinking that they were going to. And they made some decent signings.
Yeah. But yeah, they didn't look great. But Chelsea, Sterling looked great again.
I mean, the thing would say about Chelsea, all the fun we make, they were creating chances, they just couldn't finish them. And if they start finishing their chances now, as we see, I mean, it was a poor goal for the first. I think it was a stupid little own goal, and then the second goal was a cheap penalty to give away. Cole Palmer getting on the score sheet. He looked actually pretty decent, to be fair. I mean, he was one of the good players. I was thinking, we were saying, why has he gone there? But he's a decent player. And then obviously Jackson and Sterling getting on the score sheet as well.
Yeah.
So all firing,
they build on it. I don't know who they've got because I think
they've got a really rough run.
They had a really good run, and now it's coming out of it.
They've got a really rough run. I think they've got Arsenal next, then us. Then City, then Liverpool, then Brighton, and Newcastle. They've got like the top 6.
Interesting to see what they're doing now.
If they can. I mean, if you were going to hit form, now's the time because you're in for a fucking fat run. But this would be the tester. I think if they've actually come out of that hole, or they're going to get pumped. If they come out of them 6 games with 4 points, then
which they could.
That's what I mean, easily. But we'll see. Right, let's get on to Everton, Bournemouth. Then 3-0 Everton, the hardest team to call because one week they're getting pumped, the next week they're winning 3-0. Like, what's going on?
Your boy Harrison.
What did I say, mate? First game, mate. Got on the score sheet, an absolute whistler, mate.
It was a half volley or was it on a volley? It was on
I can't remember.
It was
a smashing goal.
Yeah, finish.
And then I think he got the assist for the third one. Essentially, it's gone down. Obviously headed, got it cleared off the line, I think. But mate, Harrison, I told you, mate. I told you.
You must be buzzing with it as an Everton fan, mate.
I love it, mate. I love it. I mean, Garner opening and scoring, making a mistake.
Yeah, do you know what? He impresses me every time I see him, Garner. Actually,
he's decent. To be fair. I mean, it wasn't the best finish in the world, but
it's nothing flashy. He just does the simple things really well, and he's just I like him.
I mean, we come from United's academy.
Yeah, I like him.
It was a decent signing, but Harrison made the difference for me, mate. There's a reason he's on the thumbnail because I was really impressed with his performance.
Yeah, but just on Brighton, not Brighton, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth get 6 and 7s, mate. They were giving the ball away left, right, and centre.
What did I say when Gary O'Neill got sacked?
Mate, I was thinking about you when I was watching the game. I was like, God, Stephen looks big without a shirt on. No, I was thinking about you. I was thinking, why the hell did they get rid of Gary O'Neill, mate? Because Wolves have been playing really well and they've getting some results.
There's no way. I know I put Wolves to go down at the start of the season, but before Gary O'Neill came in, there is no way in hell they're going down.
No.
And with him, no chance.
No. But Bournemouth, we've been saying it, Bournemouth have got a decent squad. Like, on paper, I know they've still got Tyler Adams. I didn't realise his injury was that bad. And Alex Scott's come.
Alex Scott's injured, isn't he?
So they've still got them two to come back. But
injured midfielders, that's odd. Were they injured at the start? Adams was.
They brought Scott injured.
Yeah,
they brought them both injured.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's good.
Yeah, crazy. Good business, mate. Good business.
Good tactics.
But they've got a good squad. They should be making much better performances than they are. But they just they're shocking.
Why would you sack O'Neill? I just don't get it.
It's madness.
They go down
and then they back the new manager as well.
Yeah, how hard?
Like Gary, mate.
When he came in, when he sacked O'Neill, I was like, oh, you're sacking him, but okay, there must be a method to this madness. This new manager, we don't know him, but he must be unreal. He must be like the next Zerbi.
Yeah.
Not showing it so far.
Madness, mate. I mean, I think for the third goal, though, there was a foul on Smith, but then there was a foul on Harrison just before, so it sort of evened it out.
3-0 to Everton, man. You got to be at least putting up a fight against those teams. They look at Strugs.
Who? Bournemouth?
They're the team. They're the one that could get sucked in for me.
I think they already have.
That was in like,
I mean, I look at it now. Fulham have turned it round. I know it's still early doors. Fulham have turned around. Everton have turned around. Wolves turned around. The 4 teams that are doing nothing are the 4 teams that are down there. And Bournemouth. And
I still think Everton will be in there, but
they'll be down there. But I don't think they're getting sucked in. I think that's it.
I think it's too easy.
I know it's too easy.
It's so easy to say that after 3-0 win.
I know it's too easy to say. But unless Bournemouth sack their manager and get someone in,
which they will,
they will. But it depends obviously how much of an impact in. You were like going on about Palace. Palace are solid. They're not getting relegated.
No, but I think they could get sucked in. They've got no goals.
Yeah, but you're talking about getting sucked in to actually getting sucked into being relegated. You're sucked in.
Once you're sucked in,
yeah, but they're naturally going to be down there because there's better teams above them. But it doesn't mean they're getting relegated.
Yeah, I think Bournemouth and Fulham will be fine though. I don't think they're going to even get.
You think Bournemouth are going to be fine?
Sorry, Fulham and Wolves will be fine.
I think Everton will as well.
And Everton, I'm not sure still on them.
I told you, mate, once Harrison's back,
they're inconsistent. Who they got next? They'll probably lose 4-0.
Yeah, but then they win 3-0 next week.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, good win for them.
Massive 3 points for Everton. They just need to be more consistent. Very worrying signs for Bournemouth.
Yeah, struggles.
Right, let's get on to Fulham, Sheffield United. 3-1 Fulham. I called it as a 1-1. What was I smoking, mate?
I went for a 2-0. But was it nearly at half time, wasn't it? And then I'm sure
I think so. Yeah,
we nearly at half time, and then they just went mad second half.
I mean, it was never really in doubt, though, was it? Because Fulham were just all over it, mate. I mean, I think Sheffield had 1 shot on target, and it wasn't even the goal.
Ain't got any goals, have they? We said about Archer, but he's not done anything, does he?
No.
He's just not getting services.
Really nasty ankle break for Chris Basham. You see it?
Yeah.
Disgusting, mate.
Horrible.
Done it from
literally just
crossing the ball.
Yeah, I know. Literally. Awful.
Weird. I've never seen anything like it.
Awful. Yeah.
Absolutely smushed his ankle
as well. He's 35, so that's probably his career.
Oh, is he? I didn't realise he's that old.
From that 35, is he? Yeah, so that's him done now.
That's him done, mate. But that sort of injury as well, mate. That's affecting you for the rest of your life.
Oh, that was grim. Yeah.
Because I think he put out a tweet or something saying like, "Oh, they've just sort of like made me comfortable, and then they're gonna fix it like next week." Like. It's gone. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's 35, mate, he's done, mate. He's not coming back.
Oh yeah, he's done. Yeah.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, sad times.
Great ball from Pereira for Reed to get the finish, mate. I think it was for the first.
Bobby over Reed. Yeah.
Little cheeky one, and then obviously William playing like he's 16 again, mate.
Oh, someone watched Match of the Day, didn't they? Yeah, the veteran. Nah, he's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing good.
He was a good signing.
He was good last season, weren't he?
Yeah, it was a good signing for them.
There was talk about him going away, and then he ended up deciding to extend the year with Fulham.
Yeah.
Great, mate.
But yeah,
Kenny got that jammy goal as well.
If you're Fulham, you're Fulham, you've got to be winning those kind of games at home. So yeah,
well, they did.
Yeah, that's what they did. So yeah, no, looking good.
But I think they'll definitely be in and around that. I don't think they're going to be up there as well as they were last season.
No, I agree.
But yeah, Fulham just needs to kick on now. Right, let's get into the big one of the weekend then. Arsenal, Man City.
The snooze fest.
1-0 Arsenal. That was a massive ball, wasn't it?
Snoozing.
But, I mean, you know, we spoke about it the other week about like the rivalry, like derbies and stuff, like Arsenal Spurs. I think we were referring to at the time. Like it's an excitement for the neutral. You watch it and you're like, that was a great game of football. That's why I put Liverpool Brighton at the top of the end-to-end stuff, chances left, right, and centre. It was a bore off, mate. Yeah, absolute bore off. There's a reason it's this far down the list. Yeah. I mean, it is a massive win for Arsenal. I think they haven't won in like 15 games against City or something like that. 7 years, something crazy. Yeah. But it's just so clear to see that City are not the same team without Rodri, and it's scary that one player makes that much of a difference to
Rodri,
to the team.
With the thing with City, when they've had injuries, they've always had cover, and you've never really noticed it, and they've always been fine. But I think this season we're seeing it more, aren't we? They're missing De Bruyne massively. Rodri, I mean, I know he's the best in the world, but is that the second game without him, or the first?
It's the third. They've lost all 3 games.
Who they
lost against Newcastle in the cup.
Does one of them count in the cup?
Well, we've lost 3 games on the bounce.
No, but what I mean is he?
Yeah, I think his cup game as well.
Oh, okay, that's a touch for them then. But yeah, they're starting to not be the monster that they were.
Do you know what? And we're going to talk about this guy as well, because he should have been sent off potentially twice. Kovacic. And I'm like, you just said it. City have always had that team where you're like, it's just scary. You look at their bench, scary. I mean, you looked at it last night or whenever the day, yesterday, and I was like, so much quality on that bench. But Kovacic, I've never really been like, even when he was at Chelsea, I was like, well, he's a bit of a, and I thought a little bit like Phillips. They brought Phillips, and I was like, well, he's all right, but is he a City player?
I rate Kovacic.
I don't.
I think he's a good player.
Yeah, but is he a City player?
Yeah,
is he?
He's good. He's been good.
He is.
He's been good this season.
I've seen him a few times. I've watched him.
You're all over the recency bias on this episode, mate.
Not mate.
He's been good this season.
I don't think
so. Should have got sent off. So your brain, even subconsciously, has come up with that.
No. I've been thinking about it for weeks.
Well, you never mentioned it before.
I have. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, about not thinking that he's not a City signing.
I have no recollections of that.
Yeah, well, that's fine, mate.
But what I'll say is, what they did do in the summer was they lost a lot of quality. Probably they couldn't have done much about it, because a lot of players, after they won the treble, what else can I do? I'm moving on to a new challenge. But they brought in 1 or 2, but they lost more than they brought in, didn't they? So their squad depth has definitely.
Well, definitely.
They're definitely weaker than they were in the squad depth. So then when you get into De Bruyne injuries and like that, how can you cope is the question. And at the moment,
but they haven't. The problem is, when De Bruyne was out before, you still had your Gundogan's and your Silvers and stuff like that, could still fill that role. Whereas now you've really got Silva.
We've got Alvarez playing the role.
Yeah, Alvarez isn't really a playmaker. He's more a workhorse that's going to get you goals.
Well, he's getting, I don't know. He's been getting a lot of assists this season. I just think they need a bit more.
Yeah, but it's not the cutting edge pass, is
when
it?
Haaland's not on it.
Yeah, but Haaland does this. He's going under the radar a little bit. We've spoke about it all season.
Half the play
misses a lot of chances, but yeah.
Without De Bruyne, isn't he?
But then he's not creating anything for himself.
He never does. No, exactly.
When he gets crowded out against big defenders, he just doesn't do anything.
That's the difference between, like, I'd say compare him to like a Suarez. So like Suarez would literally he could be on
they find space.
Yeah, he could be on the pitch on his own and he'd find a way to get a goal.
That's what I mean.
Like Haaland hasn't got that. He needs service. No. And even like I'd say like a Kane who's more like a Haaland than a Suarez, but Kane could still do something out of nothing. He's got
Kane developed his game to be like, well, I'm going to get boxed out by 2 defenders. They're going to double mark me. I'm going to drop in deep and be the playmaker.
Yeah.
So he was playing a 10 at the same time.
Yeah, so clever. Yeah,
that is you develop your game. Whereas Haaland hasn't got that. Like you said, if he's not getting the supply.
Yeah, and that's wasted. That's why people have the argument, and I tend to agree that Haaland in a weaker team wouldn't bag goals because he wouldn't get the service.
But that's the same argument if you put Kane in City last season, he probably would have banged 40 odd.
Yeah, of course he would. Yeah.
Same with Suarez and all that.
But no, do you know what, mate? I'm buzzed with it. It's great because it means we're going to have a real competitive season. We've got a real competitive season. I don't think you can call it. Whereas City have dominated, and I don't think they might go on a mad one now and win by 10, 15 points.
I mean, we have said
they could do, but.
We do say that City starts slow as well.
Yeah, it's true.
But they did start pretty well. But obviously now 3 games about. It's just good. I mean, the same as anyone. If you lost Salah and I don't know Szoboszlai, you wouldn't be the same team. If we lost Maddison and Son, we wouldn't be the same team.
Yeah, it's true.
Like if we lose a centre back, we're not the same team. So
arguably, they're two best players.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
So it is going to be tough. And I think Arsenal played it at the best time.
We're just used to City coping with it.
Yeah.
Whereas other teams always suffer, but City have always coped with it, so we're not used to it.
My point with the Kovacic is that neither Phillips or Kovacic is really a replacement for Rodri.
Nowhere good.
But that's what I'm saying. They're not a similar player. It's like, Rodri's not there. We've got to play a different system now. So I think that's affected them. But again, massive point for Arsenal. It was a ball draw. It was a pup goal. Blast of Aki's face.
Yeah. Take it though.
But yeah, I didn't.
Funny thing is, Arsenal fans think
they're buzzing, mate.
They think they're going to win the league now, yeah.
And they're still behind their North London rivals.
Yeah.
But obviously, Aki missed an absolute golden chance. Kovacic should have got sent off.
Aki scored. What are you on about?
He missed one at the other end. Kovacic should have got sent off. Should have been at least 2 yellows. I think people were going for the first one's a red. I wasn't convinced. Huh?
Yeah, but he's got to go for the two.
Yeah, he's got to go. But they're two orange cards. Yeah. It's not even like, that's a yellow. Is that maybe not. There were 2 yellow cards, if not orange cards.
Yet again, and a ref bottling it.
So yeah, they bottled that hard, absolutely hard.
Do you think we'll ever have a week where we don't have to sit here and...
no, there will always be controversy. But the funny thing is, VAR was brought in to stop these sort of conversations.
This is why I'm like,
if anything, there's more now.
This is why I'm scrapping it. Because you can, if a ref makes a mistake... You can live with it because it's a human mistake. Yeah. He's the one guy who's reffing the game. You can live with that. If it swings around, it comes back around. Whereas when there's 15 people doing it,
VAR don't get involved for a yellow card.
Oh, it's just a load of crap.
But we talked about it earlier. David Raya, mate, 6s and 7s. He hasn't got any feet. I was under the impression, and when I was impressed with him last season, I wasn't really noticing too much of his ball playing. I was noticing his saves, and he pulled off some weldies. Like, he was a top keeper. But they've brought him in to be that ball playing goalkeeper, and he can't fucking play a ball, mate.
It's classic. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Like, what Ramsdale was fine. Like,
that's what I mean. They've created a problem.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, because the thing is, he's brought him in for 20 mil. Now he's like, oh shit, I've made a mistake. Do I drop him?
They can't.
But actually, I need to keep going because I've brought him in now. So I've already took the plunge. I've got to keep going. And then by the time he actually realizes, maybe if it carries on the way it's going, it is a mistake. It's going to be,
we made the mistake at midweek. Luckily Rice saved him. He flapped that one, and Rice cleared it off the line. And then that Alvarez clearance, if that was just to cross goal slightly more, Alvarez has got in.
Do you know what?
Do
you know what I think will be very interesting though? They've got like a cup game, like a League Cup, FA Cup or something.
He's playing in the Champions League though. I think Ramsdale did play in the cup game.
But
Ray is playing in the Champions.
Ramsdale played since Ray got the number 1? I don't think he has.
Has he? I think once in the cup game.
Oh, has he?
I think so, yeah.
I was going to say...
there was a cup game, they changed the whole squad.
But no, I was going to say, in a trickier cup game, I bet Ramsdale comes in as a worldie, then it'll be interesting to see what he does.
Maybe.
I bet that'll happen.
Maybe, sir. Maybe. You might be right. But right, let's move on then. Let's get into Wolves Villa. After a massive win against City last week, Wolves were looking to build on the performance. A draw against Villa.
Mate, my boy Pedro Neto is just doing...
He's flying, isn't he, mate? I said to Kev, I was like, mate, you got to watch out because people are coming for him in January.
He's got a goal or assist every game. He's from one week, maybe. He's got... I put him in my fantasy like weeks ago because I was like, on my wild card because I couldn't afford anyone. I was like, I'll just put him in because
you were like, avoid him.
No, and I was like, I'll get rid of him.
Another bursting run,
and then he just gets an assist or a goal every week.
Him and Wang, mate, connections.
Mate, do you know if Wang is the 4th highest top goal scorer in the league?
Is it?
He's got 5 goals from 5 shots.
Jesus,
or 4 goals from 4 shots.
And that's what you need, though.
Yeah, no.
When you're a team that you're not creating that many chances,
completely under the radar. I saw that on Twitter. I was like, no way
he's going in my fantasy Premier League.
Yeah, no, he's got I can't remember 4 or 5. He's got like 4 or 5 goals from an XG, a total XG, not per game, a total XG of like 1.25. Haaland gets 1.25 XG a game.
Yeah,
and he's got the total for the season. He's got 5 goals. That's
crazy.
Mad.
That's crazy.
Top finisher.
Crazy. Yeah. Well, I was going to say, obviously, Neto assisting for Wang, so that partnership. I like Wang.
Wang.
Okay. Then straight after the goal, they got the other end, and Watkins, tasty little ball to the back post. Pau Torres, little tap in, mate. Nice. Yeah. Decent game. Couple of soft penalty shouts, but I don't think either of them were really anything to go on.
No,
I think they were both off. Lamina getting sent off.
Fair result.
Lamina getting sent off, mate. A massive loss, but obviously just one game, so it shouldn't be too bad. He's been solid this season.
There's so many like either reds or
but it's not consistency because like that's happened in a few games where they're getting double yellows straight after each other, and in other games like City and what's the other one? Newcastle.
Oh yeah.
Just there's not consistency, and there's only a few refs in the Premier League. They're prepping every week. Like it's mental. But yeah. So, I mean, Watkins hit the post right at the end. I think after that, once Lamina got sent off, they were sort of bombarding him a little bit. But
is that the one where he's like slipped as he was shooting it and it kind of went, or did he get pushed?
Oh, he got pushed.
He got pushed as he was shooting.
Yeah, that was interesting actually. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was one of the penalty shouts.
Yeah.
And then when I actually rewatched it, I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't that soft.
Yeah, do you think?
I think there was an argument for it.
Oh, really?
Because I mean, when you're going to shoot, you know what it's like. Your little touch puts you off balance, and then you lose. It's different if you're running and you let a little push, so you can readjust. But you're literally midway through shooting. But either way, good point. I mean, Wolves can be buzzing with that. He beat the champions and then draw with Villa the week after. I mean, hopefully they pick a bit of form, Kevin.
My boy Gary O'Neill. My boy Gaz.
He's flying, mate. Flying. I think he was on TalkSport tonight. I was back to him, but missed it. Right, let's finish off with the last one then. Palace Forest, an absolute goal festival.
What I say?
0-0.
Palace have got no goals in them. Especially
it wasn't actually a ball draw though, mate. There was some banging chances.
Gibbs White chance.
Gibbs White.
So unlucky.
Tasty, mate. Come off his heel.
Yeah.
Who's that new guy? Molino? Is it Molino?
What's his name? I don't know.
I'm sure his name's Molino or something. Absolute beast to run. You see it, yeah?
Yeah.
Flew through, mate. Went past about 5 players. Little cheeky drag back right in there.
Oh, the Brazilian guy. Yeah. Is his name Molino?
I'm sure it's Molino.
I know you mean that. Yeah. That's really unlucky. Yeah.
Yeah, it was tasty. And there was another one. I think little Palace Canio shot come through.
There was the one
trying to replicate.
Edouard gave it to Mateta.
Yeah.
And he was just like leaning back as he hit it, and he just hit it across to the right hand side. Just went wide. Yeah, that's unlucky.
I mean, Forest probably should have won. To be fair, they had the better chances, and annoyingly finished 0-0. I mean, I'll take it. Anderson got me a clean sheet. Tasty.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. Well, thanks for watching. You know what to do. Make sure you like and subscribe because we love to have you. Thanks for watching the whole video. If you're still here, I know it's a long one, but it is what it is. There's only one way to wrap up a weekly roundup. And it's to go through all the games. We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers.
Bye.